Today, we're diving into a new kind of artificial intelligence. It's one that has a really special and super important limitation built right in. This is an AI designed from the ground up with one fundamental rule. First, do no harm. I want you to picture something. Think of the massive, unbelievably complex systems that power our digital world, the cloud, as a patient on an operating table. Now, what if you had an AI doctor that could perform incredibly delicate surgery to fix problems the very second they pop up? So you'd probably think this AI's greatest strength would be its precision, right? Or maybe its gigantic knowledge base. But the real game changer here isn't about the super complex operations it can perform. Nope. It's actually something way, way simpler. That's right. The most powerful tool this AI doctor has in its kit is the ability to instantly undo any action that doesn't work, making sure it can never, ever make the patient, our digital world, any sicker than it already was. Now, to really get why this is so revolutionary, we need to take a step back and understand just how fragile our digital world actually is. Come on, we've all been there. One minute you're scrolling through your feed, the next you're staring at an error message. It feels so random, but behind the scenes there's a constant, raging battle just to keep these services online. The reality of the cloud is, well, it's chaos. You've got software bugs, hardware that just gives up, simple human errors. Things are breaking all the time. In systems this big and complex, failure isn't a surprise. It's just a normal Tuesday. The people who have to fix all this chaos are called Site Reliability Engineers, or SREs, and they are the human doctors on call 24/7. But honestly, they're drowning. The sheer scale of these modern cloud systems is just becoming too much for any human team to keep up with. So this overwhelming complexity is exactly where our AI comes into the picture. But this isn't just one single AI, it's a whole rescue team designed to take care of these systems all by itself. So let me introduce you to STRATUS. It's what's called an agentic AI system, and it's built to act like a team of expert SREs. They all work together to find, figure out, and fix problems, all without a human needing to step in. Think of STRATUS as a team of specialists. First up, you've got the lookout, who's always spotting trouble. Then the detective jumps in to figure out what's really going on. The surgeon is the one who performs the actual fix. And most importantly, you have the safety officer standing by, finger on the undo button, just in case. Okay, but let's be real. Giving an AI the keys to a live critical system sounds terrifying. What if it messes up? And this brings us right to the core challenge. How do you build an AI that actually follows that principle of first, do no harm? The researchers who built STRATUS said it perfectly. This fear, the risk of an AI making things worse, that is the single biggest roadblock to letting autonomous AI take control of our most important infrastructure. Or at least it was until now. The solution they came up with is just so elegant in its simplicity. So let's take a closer look at that magical undo button and the safety guarantee that makes this whole thing possible. The core idea is called transactional no regression, or TNR. Now that's a mouthful, but the concept is super simple. It basically means every fix the AI tries is treated like a transaction. If it doesn't actually make the system healthier, the whole attempt is automatically rolled back, and the system is left no worse off than it was before. The process itself is brilliantly straightforward. First, before it does anything, STRATUS takes a snapshot of the system's health, like a save point in a video game. Then the surgeon agent tries a fix. After that, it checks the outcome. Did things get better? If the answer is no, the safety officer immediately steps in and restores everything to that original snapshot. Simple, totally safe, and incredibly effective. And this is where you can really see the magic of TNR in action. Let's say the system's health is at a 5, where a lower number is better. The AI tries a fix, and behind the scenes, on this hidden path, it actually makes things worse, spiking the health score up to a 12. But because of TNR, the whole thing is aborted and instantly reverted. So what do we see on the outside? We just see the health go from 5 right back to 5. No harm done. But when a fix works, we see the health go from 5 straight down to 3. A total success. Now, this safety net does way more than just prevent disasters. It actually unlocks a completely new way for AI to solve problems by giving it the freedom to fail without any consequences. And the results of giving an AI this freedom are just staggering. By being allowed to safely try things and fail, Stratus becomes 1.5 times more successful at fixing problems than the next best autonomous system out there. I mean, just look at this on a standard industry benchmark. The difference is night and day. Stratus successfully fixed over 69% of the problems it faced. The next best competitor, it couldn't even break 50%. That's a massive, massive leap in performance. And this is the real takeaway here. The power of Stratus doesn't come from being perfect. Its incredible success rate comes from having the freedom to learn through super fast trial and error, to try something, see if it works, and if it doesn't, to instantly undo it and try something else. And this isn't some rare, once-in-a-while feature. The data shows that for more than 80% of the problems it tackles, Stratus has to use that undo and retry ability at least once. And for the really nasty, complex problems, it might try and fail 5 or more times before it finally lands on the right solution. So look, this is about way more than just keeping our websites from crashing. This whole do no harm approach is basically a blueprint for building AI that we can actually, truly trust with our most important systems. Think about it. This concept of a transactional safety net, this guaranteed undo button, could be applied to AI that's managing our power grids, our shipping networks, or even assisting in medical procedures. It's a foundational step toward creating autonomous systems that aren't just powerful, but are provably safe. And that all leads to one final, really fascinating question. Once you can absolutely guarantee that an AI is incapable of making a situation worse, the possibilities just become almost limitless. So, what complex, high-stakes problems would you be willing to hand over?